All right, gonna be trying the Blood Ghost Red Ghost Pheno. It was grown as a blood ghost, to my knowledge, by Fish Is My Church, and came out with a different phenotype to the one that I ate earlier on. It's a little smaller, and it has more of that ghost pepper look to it, whereas the other one I think was a little bit more elongated and larger pod. Anyways, gonna go ahead and try this one out. Kind of an odd flavor. Very watery. Like a hint of bitter, very small hint of sweet, small hint of floral, but mostly like water watered down. Heat's pretty hot right off the rip, like right when you start chewing it. Builds rapidly. It's getting my ears, my tongue, back of my throat in a weird spot. Very strange. Very hot. Starting to feel it in my chest. It's working on my sinuses and causing me to salivate a lot. I feel like I'm sweating a little bit. My eyes have been irritating me today, so I don't think the tears are from the pepper. I think they're from allergies or something else. The heat in the back of the throat's picking up quite a bit. Feels like it's trying to go into my sinuses. Definitely getting into the ears. But not the worst ear burn I've had. The throat burn's up there though. Throat burn still feels like it's getting hotter, but slower at this point, slow climb. Definitely got that dragon breath going. And wasps coming at my face. Yeah, it's a very strange flavor. Not much of a flavor, to be honest, until the aftertaste, which is kind of sweet. Excuse the dogs. They seem to be very excited. That's the neighbor's dogs. I feel like the heat might have peaked, but I'm not 100% certain. Might still be getting slightly hotter. I'll have to wait and see. I think I got sweat getting in my eyes now too, so that's not going to help the irritation. Starting to breathe heavier. Got a nice breeze going. Feels good, especially when I breathe it in. Still got some pretty intense dragon breath going on. I guess it hurts when I swallow saliva as well. Note to self, don't inhale saliva. It's been a while since I've done that on camera. Feel some pepper burps coming on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse that as well, please. Yeah, that one's really hot. I'm not sure where my ranking scale is anymore. I kind of lost track, but it's up there. It's hot. I think it's hotter than the chocolate massacre that I had yesterday, which I thought was pretty darn hot. But not as hot as a lot of the hottest things that I've had. This might be more on par with the maybe a little hotter than the Blood Ghost I had originally. But I want to argue kind of right in that range, where it's like very hot, but it's not the hottest. But it's very good. Or the aftertaste, sorry, rather, is very good. I forgot. It's like watery up front, strangely enough. It was juicy too. Surprisingly so for the like how little of flesh that it has. It's got thinner walls to it, yet it's super juicy. The downside is the juice didn't have a ton of flavor, so just a little bit, but mostly watery, and I'm not sure. That's super weird. Like I don't think I've had a pepper like that before. where it's that watery up front. Like, at first I thought it was like almost tasteless, and then like some of the flavors started to come in, and then sweetness really only shows up after the fact. I do think that we are starting to go down. It doesn't feel as hot in the back of the throat anymore, and the tongue is starting to get some tingling, like sharp heats. I don't know if I'd say stingy, but like a prickly heat. And then, of course, whenever I rub my tongue up against my teeth, trying to get chunks out, that heat comes right back. So we're still pretty hot, but I think we're past peak at this point. It actually feels like it's dropping off pretty quick. Because I'm starting to not really feel it as much on the tongue. It feels like it's migrating to the gums. Because in between the teeth, it feels like it's burning now. It's a very strange pepper. Not sure what I would use it for. I guess I would have to experiment. I don't know much about watery flavors. Like, it's not bad, it's just oddly watery at the beginning. And I think a lot of the good flavors come out as aftertaste. And it's a strong aftertaste. It's not like it's not like just that mild like afterthought type aftertaste where like you don't really notice it. You notice it. It's in your face. It's an in your face aftertaste. But it's good. At least to me. I think it's tasty. I think it's sweet. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. Might wait for the burn to go down just a little bit more, and then I'll call it. But it's going down pretty quick, so I imagine that'll be here in the next minute or so. Anyways, yeah, not a bad pepper, just kind of a weird one. Excuse me. If you're just looking for something to heat up stuff, it's pretty darn hot. So it can help there. I don't know what it's gonna do with flavor. Even if you add it to sauce or powder, I'm not sure it'll do anything. Like I said, I would have to experiment with it. And then find out, but yeah, eating it raw is an interesting experience, to be sure. All right, so I basically just have a little bit of a tingle on the tongue at this point, a little bit of glowing heat in the back of the throat. Nothing too much other than that. Still got that aftertaste going pretty strong, though. It's starting to dissipate a little bit and turn into a little bit more of like the afterthought type of aftertaste where you don't notice it as much. It's definitely not as in your face. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here. Thanks for watching.